I don't call it solo travel. And I don't call it solo travel because as a flight attendant, I was traveling anyway. On all of my layovers, with the exception of layovers where I wanted to be with my crew members or I had friends or family where I was laying over, I enjoyed my time alone. I enjoyed exploring. I enjoyed my self reliance, and I enjoyed the things that I'm going to share with you today. In addition, a lot of flight attendants I would not be around because flight attendants are just regular people. And regular people, I just didn't like to be around a lot of flight attendants. They're, I'm very active, so I would want to be out and active. I would bring my rollerblades on my trips, or I would go for a long walk or a jog wherever we were laying over. And there was a lot of crew members that didn't want to do that, and that is great. What I learned was my ability to focus on my self-reliance became the staple for me, to trust myself, to explore, to be the voyager that I always wanted. Traveling alone has been my best teacher. And because I traveled alone and I still do, I enjoy traveling alone. I don't really ask for people to travel with me. A lot of times I will meet them there, or we could go out to dinner or do an activity. But the traveling part, being on the plane, transit, finding transportation, I am secure in that because I did it all the time. And that leads me to the first lesson that I am sharing in this video, and that is self-reliance. And self-reliance is beautiful because it starts with not being able to trust yourself, not knowing, how do I find a place to eat? How do I find a tailor? How do I find anything? And going through the motions, whether it's asking a concierge, asking a friend, going on Google Maps and discovering I don't have to ask anyone. I can find that out myself. And it's really easy, especially with all the tools we have online, that you can easily rely on yourself. But the more that you do it, the more you're able to see how much you can do just on your own. And self-reliance is beautiful because once you understand self-reliance is trusting that you can do it all, trusting that you are able to show up for yourself, there's not much that you need from others. How I got to this part of self-reliance was number one, figuring it out. I remember when I traveled to do my TED Talk in Germany, it was in Karlsruhe, Germany, which is about an hour outside of Frankfurt. So I knew Frankfurt pretty extensively because of my time with the airline. So I knew, okay, from the airport, I will take the train from Frankfurt to where my hotel is. And I already know through self-reliance, because I had traveled to Frankfurt so many times, that near the train station, you have everything. I had the train station to get me to Karlsruhe, but you also have restaurants, you have shops, you have all of that. Now, I know that because I've done it before, but that was through self-reliance that I said, if I place myself near the train station, everything else I need is close. So self-reliance is being able to rely on yourself, to be able to figure it out, to be able to take a breath and say, hey, I can do this. And another part of self-reliance is creating the solutions when things just come up. My travel to Frankfurt was comfortable, but I began to have a sore throat on my way to this TED Talk, which was like the biggest event. I'm having a sore throat. So through self-reliance, I came to creating the solution, which was in Germany, you can just go to the pharmacy and you can tell them what you are feeling in your body, and they will easily give you medicine or prescribe something. So my ability to find the solution, to create the solution, did not create any panic within me. What it created was I can rely on myself. I trust myself. I know I can create a solution. And I know the solution will create the resolution that I need. So, the first thing that I learned about solo traveling is self reliance and how important self reliance is. To rely on yourself, to trust yourself. And this is a muscle that is strengthened the more that you do it. So, pro tip to have self reliance, you just have to trust yourself. You just have to make a decision and go forward. You have to make that decision, go forward, and not doubt yourself or not think, oh, geez, that was the wrong decision. No, this is the decision I made, and I'm going to trust it, and I'm going forward knowing that I made the right decision. The second tip I've learned from traveling solo is enjoying your time. And that's why I love traveling solo, because you get to enjoy your time. Now, as my time as a flight attendant, I was always within a group, which means that everyone moves as a group, everyone moves on time, everyone moves on schedule. Now, when you're doing this in traveling, that can create some problems depending on who you're traveling with. But the beauty of enjoying your time is to set your own schedule. I like to use a lot of time because I don't like to rush. My father would always say, one of the worst things you can do when traveling is overwhelm yourself, not allow yourself time to rest, not allow yourself time to do one specific thing. So, to enjoy your time, maybe just a stroll around the place that you're staying. To enjoy your time, maybe going to the cafe and having a hot drink and just people watching. Enjoying your time, maybe staying in your room and saying, wow, look what I've created for myself. Look how far I've traveled. I'm here. I can't believe I'm here. I've never been to this place and I'm exploring, and to just enjoy your time. And in enjoying your time, that also means learning to relax, relaxing in your space, relaxing in what you've created. With that is also noticing when you are tense, noticing when you're starting to get angry, noticing when you're getting tired. And that's a part of enjoying your time. To notice when you're tired doesn't mean I'm going to push through and I'm going to keep sightseeing. I'm going to push through and I'm going to go out to dinner with some friends. No, I'm tired. I need to rest. And in that rest, you will enjoy the rest of your time solo traveling. It's really important to understand how you feel traveling will translate into every part of your solo traveling trip. So, to enjoy your time means to relax. To enjoy your time is to notice what comes up in your body. Are you feeling unwell? Are you just tired? Are you thirsty? A lot of times you're dehydrated from the trip and you have to hydrate. You have to rest. You have to give yourself time to move around with ease. So, although my first tip is self reliance, the second is to enjoy your time at your own pace. And that does mean check in with your body. Notice when anything comes up, whether you're tired, whether you're anxious, and then give your body what it needs. Final tip I found from solo traveling is listening to your own voice. And listening to your own voice is similar to the second tip of enjoying your time, but listening to your own voice. Sometimes I love to talk. I'm always talking to people. I will talk to people in the coffee shop, on the train. In all of my travels, I will talk to people. And in talking to people, I will meet people that will invite me places or tell me about restaurants or tell me about something going on or put me in contact with someone else. But to be able to get out of your head, listen to your own voice means to get out of your head. Sometimes we're in our head thinking, am I doing the right thing? Should I be doing more? Do I need to go out more? Should I travel more? Should I? No, listen to your own voice. Traveling has a beautiful way of showing you you. Within that, it could be maybe you like to visit art galleries. I love to look at furniture abroad. I love to look at secondhand items. love to watch shows abroad, but that's listening to my voice when I travel, specifically solo traveling. But all of my traveling is solo traveling. So, my biggest takeaway for you is this: when you are solo traveling, number one, rely on yourself, and that takes time. Give yourself grace to meet that person that trusts every move that they make. Secondly, you want to enjoy your time, which means do what you want to do. Don't push yourself, listen to yourself. Notice if anything comes up in your body, if you're tired, if you're thirsty, listen to yourself and go on. And finally, listen to your own voice. Listen to your voice because everyone has a different voice when traveling. Some people's travel voice is to just see all of the sites that are in a travel book. Your travel voice may be to go shopping, have a nice meal, and rest. You'll find this out the more that you travel with yourself through self reliance, enjoying your time, and listening to yourself. You will create the best solo trips, solo vacations, solo traveling available to you. This has inspired you, helped you through your solo traveling. Like, subscribe to me here, Life with Oatmeal on YouTube, as well as Life with Oatmeal on TikTok. And leave a comment on your first solo travel trip. I want to know where your first solo travel trip is. You know, I'm trying to think of my first solo travel outside of flying. It was such a long time ago. As soon as I remember it, I will pin it to the comments. And continue to follow me, Life with Oatmeal, for more solo traveling tips, flight attendant stories, and just the joy of exploring the world. I'll see you next time.